Business English, building trust, closing deals. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking you inside a full B2B sales journey from the first discovery call all the way to the final contract signing. You'll hear how professionals navigate each stage with clarity, confidence, and flexibility using real, natural business English. Whether you're in sales, client success, or just looking to improve your English in professional settings, this is a great chance to learn how deals actually move forward. Let's get started with Scene 1. First proposal and discovery call.
Scene 1. First proposal and discovery call.
Hi, David. I'm glad we could connect today. I'd love to better understand your team's priorities and walk you through what we think could be a good fit.
Thanks, Emma. We've been reviewing a few vendors and your platform stood out, especially in terms of UI and integration options. But we still need to understand how well it scales.
Understood. Just to clarify, are you mainly looking to replace your current tool, or is this for a new workflow?
It's a replacement. Our current system is too rigid, and our users are frustrated with its limited reporting.
Got it. Our platform is designed with scalability in mind. I can show you how it handles both user growth and data volume. Would it be okay if I give a quick demo of the analytics module?
Yes, that'd be helpful. Also, we have a few custom workflows in our current setup. How customizable is your automation engine?
It's highly flexible. You can build workflows from scratch or use templates. I'll show you that too.
Sounds good. One thing I'll flag, we're not sure about budget yet. We're still working on next quarter's numbers, so we're trying to get a ballpark before we go deeper.
Absolutely. Makes sense. Once I walk you through the core features and deployment timeline, I'll share a pricing estimate with a few tiers for reference.
That'd be great. Let's take a look.
This conversation covers 5 key phrases.
I'd love to better understand your team's priorities.
Meaning, a soft and polite way to explore the other person's needs.
Is this a replacement or a new workflow?
A key question to clarify the purpose of the implementation.
Would it be okay if I give a quick demo?
A polite way to introduce a proposal or demonstration.
We're trying to get a ballpark.
A phrase used to ask for a rough estimate or budget.
Let's take a look.
A natural phrase to move the conversation forward. Next is Scene 2, Qualification and Internal Review.
Hi, David. Thanks for making time again. I just wanted to check in after our last meeting and see if you had a chance to review things internally.
Hi, Emma. Yes, we've had some internal discussions. Overall, the team's feedback is positive, especially around the reporting and workflow automation features.
That's great to hear. Were there any questions or concerns raised on your end?
A few, mainly around implementation resources. Our CIO wants to make sure we won't be stretched too thin during the rollout.
Totally understandable. I can walk you through how our onboarding team supports clients during the first 90 days. It's pretty hands-on.
That'd be helpful. Also, we're still finalizing who would be involved in the sign-off. Likely myself and someone from procurement.
Good to know. Just so I can plan ahead, do you have a target go-live date in mind?
Tentatively, we're looking at mid-July, but that depends on how quickly we get through legal and procurement.
Got it. I'll make sure to prep all the necessary docs and timelines in advance.
Is your team evaluating any other vendors at this stage?
We're still in light talks with one other provider, but yours is ahead in terms of fit and responsiveness.
Appreciate the transparency. I'll keep this moving on my end and send over a high-level implementation roadmap by tomorrow.
Perfect.
This conversation covers 5 key phrases.
Just wanted to check in after our last meeting.
Meaning, a casual and professional way to follow up and continue the conversation.
Were there any questions or concerns raised on your end?
A polite way to invite feedback and uncover possible objections.
I can walk you through how our onboarding team supports clients.
An offer to explain the process in more detail, especially useful for easing implementation concerns.
Do you have a target go-live date in mind?
A strategic question to align on the project timeline and assess urgency.
Appreciate the transparency.
A respectful way to acknowledge openness and maintain trust in the conversation. Next is Scene 3, price negotiation before contract signing.
Hi, David. Good to see you again. I reviewed your feedback on the proposal, and I'm happy to walk through the pricing concerns you mentioned.
Thanks, Emma. Yes, overall the platform meets our needs, but the pricing came in a bit higher than what we had budgeted for this quarter.
I understand. We quoted you at $92,000 annually for the enterprise plan with 1,000 users and premium support. Can I ask where the gap is for your team?
Our budget is closer to $80,000. We also have some internal discussions around whether we need all the premium support features from day one.
I see. There may be some flexibility. If we scale back the support to the standard tier for the first 6 months, we could bring the total closer to $83,000. And if you're able to sign by end of next week, we could apply a 5% early commitment discount.
That's helpful. So with the reduced support and discount, where would that land us?
With both adjustments, the annual total would come to around $78,850. That gets you under budget, with room to upgrade support later as needed.
That's getting very close to our target. Let me run this by finance and see if we can green light it. Also, can you confirm that the rate would be locked in for 3 years?
Yes, we can include a price lock clause for a 3-year term in the contract. That's no problem.
Okay, if finance gives the go-ahead, I think we're good to move forward.
Sounds great. I'll send over the updated quote and a breakdown of both support tiers for reference.
Perfect. Appreciate the flexibility, Emma.
Of course, David. Our goal is to make this work for both sides.
Let's review 5 key phrases from this conversation.
Can I ask where the gap is for your team?
Meaning, a polite way to ask about pricing concerns or misalignment.
There may be some flexibility.
A phrase to suggest that adjustments might be possible.
If you're able to sign by, we could apply.
A conditional offer or discount proposal.
Let me run this by finance.
A phrase used to say you'll check internally with the finance team.
We can include a price lock clause.
A suggestion to offer fixed pricing for a long-term contract. Scene 4. Final meeting before signing.
Hi, David. Thanks again for making time today. I know it's been a long evaluation process, but we're excited to be at the finish line.
Of course, I appreciate your team's patience and transparency throughout. Internally, we had a lot of alignment to do, but we're feeling confident.
That's great to hear. So just to confirm, we've aligned on the enterprise plan, 1,000 seats, annual billing, with the premium support package. Is that correct?
Yes, that matches our internal memo. And the implementation support will be included for the first 90 days?
Exactly. Full onboarding support for 3 months, weekly check-ins with your customer success manager, and prioritized support tickets.
Perfect. One last thing. Legal still had a question about the data retention policy. Has that appendix been updated?
Yes, we revised Appendix C based on your counsel's feedback. The new version states that archived data will be stored for 36 months post-termination unless otherwise requested.
Got it. I'll get final sign-off from legal this afternoon. Assuming there are no red flags, we should be good to sign by end of day tomorrow.
That sounds good. I'll prep the countersigned copy and coordinate with your procurement team. Also, once the contract is signed, our onboarding team will reach out to schedule the kickoff call.
Excellent. I'll let the CIO know we're moving forward. Thanks again, Emma. Really appreciate the collaboration.
Likewise, David. We're looking forward to the partnership.
Let's review 5 key phrases from this conversation.
We're excited to be at the finish line.
Meaning, a positive way to express that the deal is nearly finalized.
Just to confirm, we've aligned on
A polite phrase to confirm the agreed-upon terms.
implementation support will be included for the first 90 days.
A clear statement about the scope of onboarding support.
I'll get final sign-off from legal.
A phrase to indicate that legal department approval is pending.
assuming there are no red flags.
A cautious phrase to signal that things will proceed if no issues arise.
And that brings us to the end of this B2B sales conversation series. From discovery to negotiation to contract finalization, you've seen how clear communication builds trust and drives decisions forward. If you caught some phrases you'd like to remember, feel free to rewind and practice out loud. Shadowing can make a big difference. Let us know in the comments which phrase or scene was most useful for you. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe, and share it with someone working in business or learning English. See you in the next video.